Hey everybody, Mike Campbell here, and in one of my previous videos that I shot over by the Taiwan University Library, I told you that I was going to go ahead and learn a whole bunch of Aboriginal languages. Well, I've upped the ante on this. This is 18 languages in 4 months, a new project that I'm working on in order to acquire 18 Aboriginal languages in just 4 months. Before the November deadline, when I'm signing up for the government proficiency exams. They will test me reading, writing, speaking, and listening for all of these languages. Some of the languages, for example, Sarua language has extremely long words. The average word length is about 15 to 20 letters long, and so it's a real headache trying to learn these, trying to wrap my head around it. The Bunun language has extremely complex grammar. It's comparable to Russian. There's over 70 different kinds of pronouns used in Bunun language. Shaishiat has some 50 different pronouns. It's just an extremely huge challenge. I'm using all the strategies I've ever used in the past, and I'm putting them all together. I haven't even been able to use all my strategies yet to accomplish this, but hopefully when the time comes, I do have a schedule worked out in order to accomplish this goal. Every month I'm working on 5 languages in the first 2 months. In the last 2 months I'm working on 4 each. So in the first, this is July, and July is almost done. I'm working through these courses right here. So I created these books. This is material that I found and put together. This is the Shaishiat language. It has 100 lessons of courses. It has a bilingual dictionary, one from Shaishiat and one into Shaishiat. And it also has phrases. It has stories. I have stories that I need to translate in order to improve my translation skills. Yeah, check on this real quick. Okay, we're doing good. All right. Got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I got about some 20 stories in here. Short stories, some are longer. This project kind of started where I was trying to find the original story. The Aborigines in Taiwan have tons of legends and all kinds of stories. Some of them are dull stories, some of them are really great stories, some of them are really weird stories. They're as old as time themselves. Some of these stories date back 5,000, 7,000, 10,000 years. The invention of fire. The Thao people have the invention of fire. The Shaishiat have the invention of man, how they created man out of rock. You know, this creation stories. They have all kinds of stories about people with tails and people becoming monkeys and becoming lizards and shooting there were 2 suns in the sky, and they had to shoot one of the suns out of the sky. This is my book that I put together on the Bunun language. That's a good 220 pages right there. This is the book on Thao training, 100 lessons in there. This is the book on Atayal and Northern Amis. Those are the 5 languages I'm working on in July. In August, I'm going to do the next 5 major languages, which are Sejik, and there's a new movie coming out called Sejik Ballet. And then there's Rukai and Zhou and Paiwan and Buyuma. And then those are my languages for August. And then in September, I'm going to work on 4 more languages, which include Tao, Kabalan, Sakizaya, Bazeh. Well, I don't know the exact order yet. I'll just name the rest of them. I've got Sarua. Sarua is next. Yeah, Kanakanavu, Mantauran, and is that all of them? And Truku. Yeah, Truku. So that's Truku, Bazeh, Sarua, Kanakanavu, Mantauran, and Kabalan. That's 6 languages. Sakizaya, 7. I'm missing one. It might be a dialect of one. Let's see. No, I got that one. That one. Kabalan, I said that one. And then Bunun, I said. I'm already working on Bunun. Dao, did I mention Dao? Dao is the island And all these books behind me, for example, for the Katakana food language, I have this dissertation. It was given to me by the university. This dissertation is just awesome. It's got a collocation in the back, showing the words in context. It's got stories. It's got a dictionary. There's plenty of material there. As long as I've got stories written in the language, I can learn these languages. I've got these books. Let me check. My video seems to be quitting on me a lot recently, so I haven't had any success with just make sure my machine's working. All right, so these magazines put out are the Aboriginal. They're like bi-monthly magazines. They also have bilingual sections in here. This is written in Bunun and English, and Chinese. This is written in Taiwan and Chinese, and Amis in Chinese. I'll tell you what, if I pull this off, I'm going to be the only person in the world who has passed government proficiency exams in 3 Chinese languages and 18 Aboriginal languages. I'll be the only person in the world who knows all of the languages of Taiwan, at least one of the major dialects of each language. And so that's my goal, is kind of to break a record here. This whole book is written in Bunun language. It's got the translation of each of the vocabulary words underneath. That's got some 100 different stories right in there of the whole culture and the customs and everything. This book is written in the Bunun language. I'm learning the Ishbukun dialect of Bunun. These are the standardized tests put out by the government. These are just some basic tests. This is not the test I'm actually going to take. These are real basic. That's for Ishbukun. This one is for Takitutuk, and this is for Takpanwath dialects of Bunun. And then we have, I have these for a lot of different languages. This is for the southern Taiwan. This is for Jipan Puyuma, Pupini Umayan. Speaking of Pupini Umayan, the Puyuma language is, I met a guy, he's an author, and I bought his books. He wrote this book called Matialu, and another one called Sikalora. This is a novel he's written. It's very nicely designed, pretty good seller. He does all of the graphics in these books himself. And this book, I'll show you something here. This is, he's got a really great, no, it's this one. He's got a really great, maps he's drawn in here, like historical stories from their tribes and whatnot. So this book is actually bilingual in Puyuma, and so when I learn the language next month, I'm going to go ahead and read this book, and I'm going to read the bilingual section. There's all of the dialogue, all of the narrative is in Chinese, but the dialogue has both Chinese and Puyuma. As you can see, the Puyuma is written at the bottom of the page. The book is actually written like this, Chinese. And you got to turn it sideways to read the Puyuma. So it's going to be a slightly different dialect than what I'm learning, but the idea is just to wrap my head around this language. I'm getting enough exposure to the language. With enough exposure, I'll be able to do the speaking, reading, writing, and listening test. I've got books on Atayal. I've got books on Shashiat. I've got stories written in. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here. This book is written in Taiwan language. It's got bilingual text in here, so that's why I bought it. Lots and lots of good stuff. So that's my goal, is to go ahead and do that training. This is for Kanakanabu. This is for Mantauran. This is Badai. This is Eastern Rukai. This is Nanwang Puyuma. That's what I'm working on. Eastern Taiwan. This is Sakizaya. This is Truku, or Taroko, known overseas. Yame is the Dao language spoken on the island in southern Taiwan. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll keep you updated on the progress of my 18 languages, 4 months project.